Kenneth with Things to Ride. Hope that you're having an amazing holiday. I'm making this video just a few days after Christmas 2020. We all needed a great holiday, right? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Hulkamaniacs out there. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Rad Rover power bike by Rad Power Bikes. Rad Rover, come over. It's probably their best-selling bike that they have. For those of you that are wondering about it, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this bike. Can you see it there? Let me make sure the shot's framed right. You can't see it at all. Okay. So I got this bike after looking for electric bikes all over the internet, and it seems to be one of the most popular bikes. Fifth version of the Rad Rover, the Rad Rover 5. This is number 5. This is the 5th iteration. When you start searching for electric bikes online, this bike is going to show up all over. They're doing a great job of marketing and social media and stuff like that. I've noticed that a lot of people have done reviews of the Rad Power Bike, riding it and stuff like that. I'm not going to take it for a ride, but I'm going to give you the details about it the way that I see it. When you get the Rad Power Bike, it comes in a box and it has to be assembled. I took it to a local shop, and for 80 bucks, they put it together. I took an Uber over there, and I learned a really important lesson, because when you have a bike shop make your bike, you definitely want to ask them to plug it in. Because I thought I could just ride this home from the bike shop, which is maybe 5 miles away from here, but they didn't charge it. So they put it all together, but they didn't charge it. And so there's a little bit of miscommunication there. Next time I have somebody build a bike for me, and I plan on going to pick it up to where I can ride it home, need to ask to have it plugged in. I think you should just ask to have it plugged in. Key point. If you ever have your bike made by somebody, make sure that they charge the battery for you. This way you're gonna avoid the issue that I ran into. Some key things about the bike: it has a 750 watt Bafang motor, hub motor. It's kind of like an SUV of bikes. It's big. It feels like you've got a lot of control. One thing I decided to do is I got this little seat cushion cover, because I noticed that the seat was kind of not comfortable. So it wasn't comfortable for me. Maybe it'll be comfortable for you. My initial impression was it was not good for me. It weighs about 70 pounds. The battery is 7.7 pounds. The cost of it is $15.99. The bike has a Samsung battery, 80 Newton meters of torque. It's a 48 volt, 14 amp hour battery. It's a Samsung battery. What I've heard about this battery is that it's only good for Rad Power Bikes, so that's really important to know. You can't interchange this with other brands of bikes. So the battery for Rad Power Bikes is just for Rad Power Bikes bikes. So it's got a front fork suspension. It's got a 7-speed Shimano. It's actually a class 2 electric bike. It has a throttle, which is a twist throttle right here. 5 levels of power assist. That's what it looks like when it's on. So there you go, PS. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 5. You can bring it down to 0, so there's no pedal assist. Motor still works right here with the throttle. It goes up to 20 miles per hour with the motor assisting you. Of course, it goes faster than that if you're going down a hill. It's a class 2 bike. I plan on selling bikes once we get our website launched fully with all of the e-commerce integrations and stuff like that. And you're not going to be able to find Rad Power Bikes on my inventory list. The reason is that they've gone with a direct-to-consumer model. I wanted to try it because I've heard that this is one of the best-selling bikes. One of the downsides to owning this bike is that most bike shops are not going to want to work on bikes that were bought off of the internet. They're going to want to work on the bikes that you got at their shop. So it's really important. And sometimes it's even, I think, a lot better to have that relationship with the local bike company or a company like Things to Ride that's going to provide the service package for you when you need it. One of the things about e-bikes is that you're expected to know all these different components and different pieces of information and all that kind of stuff. That's not the way it should be. Do you know how your car works? Can you take your car engine apart? Do you do your brakes on your own car? So you want to make sure that you have that service arrangement with whoever you are purchasing your bike from. And I do know that Rad Power Bikes has some mobile services that they offer, but those are in very limited cities. I live in Las Vegas. That's not gonna help me out when I have an issue with the bike. My suggestion is try a little bit nicer bike and get it from a local shop that's gonna support you throughout the ownership of the bike. That's why I'm starting Things to Ride. That's the whole point of having a relationship with the customer after the purchase. They're not putting it together for you. They're not maintaining it for you. Who knows how they're going to treat you as a customer throughout the duration of your lifetime experience. Support the local bike shops, support companies like Things to Ride that are gonna take care of you after the sale. That's pretty much it. The bike is a lot of fun to ride. This bike is cool, but it's not my favorite. So on the list of Things to Ride, I would say it's pretty low. I think that there is something to be said for the relationship that you have after the purchase, and having local support is extremely important when you have an electric bike that you're gonna invest a lot of money in. It's really important to you how it rides and for your safety above everything else. That's the most important. Anyways, this is Kenneth with Things to Ride. I love you, peace, love, and happiness, and hope that you have a marvelous start to 2021.